We'd like to talk about the process that the Social Security Administration, SSA, and the Disability Determination Services, DDS, use to process disability applications. This disability determination process has some common elements that are present for the majority of initial applications. However, every application is unique, and a number of things may delay the process for applicants whose applications are not complete or who do not have sufficient medical evidence to document their disability. SOAR works to develop complete applications, provide quick follow-up, and ensure ongoing communication with SSA and DDS. Using SOAR, we can help shorten processing times by submitting medical records with the application, as well as a medical summary report that provides a complete picture of the applicant's ability to function as it relates to work. We're going to take a look at the conventional process and compare it to the SOAR process to show you what a difference SOAR can make. The process begins when a service provider receives a referral or meets someone for the first time. The conventional service provider and the SOAR provider will likely begin in similar ways. They will contact SSA to set the applicant's protective filing date. The conventional provider will do this either by calling SSA, starting the application online, or going into the local office. All of the conventional methods are also available to SOAR providers. In addition, some areas have established a process to fax the SOAR consent form to the local SSA office, indicating the applicant's intent to file. This is where the paths begin to diverge. The conventional service provider will likely give the applicant bus fare and directions to the local SSA field office and encourage them to attend their appointment as scheduled. It is not uncommon for the applicant to miss this appointment, which must be rescheduled. The applicant will then sit with the SSA claims representative and verbally provide as much information as possible. There are often additional required supporting documents that the applicant does not have, which must be brought to the field office on another visit. The application may or may not be flagged as homeless. The SOAR provider will begin an intensive interviewing process to collect complete historical, medical, and functional information from the applicant. The applicant will sign authorizations for the SOAR provider to collect their medical records. The SOAR provider sends those requests out to all of the applicant's treatment providers and continues to follow up for new information. The SOAR provider will complete the SSDI application and the disability report online. They will complete the SSI application on paper and have the applicant sign an SSA 1696 Appointment of Representative form and an SSA 827 Authorization to Disclose Information. Within 60 days of the protective filing date, the SOAR provider will have completed their medical summary report and compiled all available records. They will make an appointment to hand deliver this complete packet to the local SSA office. The SSA claims representative will flag the application as a homeless claim and add SOAR to the remarks section of the electronic file. The next steps are the same for both applications. The local SSA office will make a non-medical decision for SSI and SSDI eligibility. If the applicant is eligible for one or both of the programs, the application will be electronically transferred to the state-operated Disability Determination Services, or DDS, where a disability examiner is assigned. In some states, the SOAR application will be assigned immediately to an examiner who specifically handles SOAR claims. It is important to point out that if the conventional application was not flagged as homeless, it may take longer to get to the DDS and to be assigned to a disability examiner. The disability examiner will look at the SOAR application and review all of the evidence in the file. If they have any questions, they will contact the SOAR provider who submitted the claim as the applicant's appointed representative. If additional information is needed, the SOAR provider will quickly provide it. The disability examiner will be able to make a medical decision on the application and return the electronic file back to the originating SSA field office. SSA confirms the decision and notifies the applicant and the SOAR representative of the decision by letter. Once the conventional application is assigned to a disability examiner, they will begin collecting medical records from the sources listed on the disability report. They will send a request to each treatment source and then wait for the records to be returned. As they start to receive the records, they might notice another treatment source and send an additional request to the new source. Once they have gotten the records, they may decide that they do not have enough information to make a decision, so they may schedule a consultative exam with a contracted physician. Often, applicants who are experiencing homelessness don't have transportation or don't get the appointment notice, and so they do not make it to the scheduled appointment. They must then call the examiner and have the appointment rescheduled. The applicant attends the rescheduled consultative exam, and the consultative examiner has 30 days to complete their report. In the meantime, the disability examiner will have mailed a function report to the applicant and possibly a third party to complete. The examiner may need to contact the applicant to remind them to return their completed function report. An applicant without a phone or stable mailing address can be difficult to get in touch with. When the disability examiner finally has enough information to make a medical or disability decision, they will do so and return the electronic file to the local SSA field office, where SSA will confirm the decision and notify the applicant of the decision by letter. As we hope you can see, providing complete information up front and maintaining ongoing communication with both SSA and DDS will result in applications submitted with a SOAR provider being processed much more quickly, enabling the applicant to start receiving benefits sooner.